Hey guys, it's Kat and I'm back today to update you on my 1 month sort of check-in for my team project pan. So if you didn't see the introduction of this and my sort of like the introduction I did with Hayley about the concept of this, and then also the introduction of what products I'm incorporating into this project pan, I will link them down below. It is a full face and sort of full body rolling project pan, so there's a lot of products to talk about. What I'm going to do, look, I'm debating whether or not I start with sort of the categories and just go down the categories, or if I talk about them based on progress. I might do that because I find that a little bit more interesting personally. But there's a little bit of progress happening today. Some products, admittedly, I have not used. I'll talk about them, and other products that I have actually done pretty well on. So what I'm going to do is start with the products that I have used up, and also talk about the products that are going to replace them, because this is a rolling project pan. So once you use something up or take something out, you replace it with something else. So I'll talk about those, talk about the progress I've made on other products, and explain why I haven't used some. Also, I wanted to point out really quickly that this week I have filmed a few videos that are all sort of linked. So I did sort of get ready with me, my 5 to 10 minute everyday makeup using these products. I don't know if that's up yet or if that'll be up next. And I've also filmed my empties before this. So some products that I've finished here, I've just finished, and they won't be in my empties. So it's going to be a bit confusing just because they're out of whack. I usually don't do that. I usually film and upload, but this week's been a bit strange. So sorry if you're like, you've used up products in your project pan, but you didn't talk about them in your empties. What's happening? Yeah, I filmed that before this. All right, the product that I sort of used up first, and this is not really using up because it just melted. It fucked up on me, was my EOS lip balm. So I took this to Bali with me mid-January, and it just melted. So yeah, I'll put on the screen where it was, and I did make some decent progress on it, but it's now in the cap, and I was digging it out and using it in Bali, but I just thought, look, just move on from this. So I did mention this in my empties, so that's going to be one of my empties. I do like this, but I'm swapping it out for another lip balm type product. And then the lip balm that I'm now putting into my project pan is one that I picked because it's been in my collection the longest. And I think it's been in my collection so long, this doesn't exist anymore, I think. But it's by Harvest Garden, and it is the Peppermint Lip Balm. I had this next to my bed. I really enjoyed using it. I've got heaps left, but that much left. So I like this. I love peppermint. It smells really, really nice. It works really well. The only reason I forgot about this was because my cat knocks things off my side table to wake me up in the morning, and this disappeared under my bed for a while. So I found it recently, and I'm like, oh, I should actually use that. So I'm now going to be using this. The next thing I used up that is also in my empties is by Laneige. This is the eye sleeping mask, and I thought this was going to take me forever to use up because it was up to there. So when I had the stopper, like the applicator in and the bottle closed, the product came up to there. It was a very thin serum like eye serum, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like the applicator. I didn't feel like it did much to my face, and I actually forgot to take this back into my bathroom with me. So when I would be sitting at my computer, and I'm like, oh, because I got back from Bali and I had heat rash on my arms, I'd be like, oh, my arms are itchy, so I'll just put some of this. So I'd actually take this out and like pour some into my hand, rub it on my arms, which was quite nice because it wasn't thick and sticky and greasy like other like body butters and stuff. So I used this on my arms, and I literally used it up. So I didn't ever use it on my eyes. Whoops-a-daisy. But I did use it on my body. And that's okay because I didn't like this and I wanted it gone. So this is a skincare product that I'm taking out of my project pan, and I am going to be putting in a body product instead. So last time I did my introduction, I said I'm using 2 skincare items, but I'm not using a body product this time around because I just used a few body products. But I've still got my skincare product in my project pan, my other one, and I'm going to swap out this eye cream for a body product. And what I've decided to target is by Lush. This is a body conditioner in Crisp Tingle. So this is pretty much, it's untouched, it's unused. Yeah, so it's unused, and I think I have some more body conditioners in under my sink maybe. So I should really look at using this and then start using some other Lush stuff up. So this is what I'm going to be focusing on. All right, then I've only used up one other product. This I did mention in my Get Ready With Me using Project Pan products, my like 5-10 minute makeup routine thing. I did mention this, and I also didn't mention this in my empties because I just finished this late yesterday. So this is my lip gloss that I decided to put in, so the lip gloss category. So this is actually like it's like a lip gloss stick, and it's by Soap and Glory. It's like the Sexy Mother Pucker gloss balm, gloss stick, something. It's all rubbed off, but the shade is Nudist, and I love this to the point where I'm actually thinking of digging into that and still using a bit of it, but I still count it done. So for the update, it's done. But you'll see on the screen where I was up to. I pretty much went from unused or barely used to completely done. I loved this. The only problem with it is that I want more of it. It was such a nice lip product. You can see in my Get Ready With Me, if it's up already or if it's coming up next, how nice this is on the lips. It's just beautiful color, perfect nude. You can either put a small amount on to give a balm look, or you can really build it up to make it more of a glossy nude look. I love this. I use this happily every single day, and that's why I've used it up already. So I'm going to miss this, and I'm going to look at buying more of them because they're really, really good. So that is done, and that will have to be mentioned in my next empties because it didn't make the one I filmed early yesterday. Then what I'm going to add in to sort of take that place is actually like a traditional lip gloss, and this is by Colourpop. This is the Ultra Glossy Lip in Fairy Floss. I only picked this because it's a nice nude color. I really like the formula of Colourpop, and I was looking through my drawers where I've got my lip glosses, and I was like, oh, I've got a few minis that'll be really good to incorporate. And I was like, no, I actually got those minis not that long ago, whereas I got this like a year ago, so I may as well use this up. So right now I have used this a bit, but there's not much. I'm gonna have to weigh it to determine my usage because it's hard to see any usage. It looks completely full. So yeah, that is something that I'll be working on. All right, let's go on to the products that I've seen some decent progress on. The first one is my sort of finishing spray from Pixi. This is the Vitamin Wake Up Mist. So you can see on the screen where I introduced it. You can also see the mark up here. Where it was last month. I really enjoy using this. I use it every single day, and I like to use quite a lot of it. The makeup that I've been applying can be quite matte. You'll see in that sort of 5 to 10 minute Get Ready With Me how I do my makeup, that the finish ends up being a little bit quite like matte, and I like using this to take that sort of powdery matte finish down a little bit, but also this is just really nice to refresh. So it's been very hot here in Australia. It's like 33 degrees Celsius right now. I'm getting a sweat mustache. I'm wondering why I have the balcony open and not the air conditioner on, but it is what it is. So, you know, sometimes I'll find myself just throughout the day going, oh yeah, this is nice. So I have, it doesn't taste very nice. So yeah, I've used a lot of this, and it's gone from, I think it was up past the Pixi logo down to around here. So I think that I'm gonna finish this by next check-in, which is great because I've got a lot of finishing sprays that I would like to get through this year. So we're making good progress. All right, next thing that I think I've made some decent progress on is my Benefit Porefessional. This is the Pearl Primer. I really like this. I explained in, I think, my favorites video that I sort of use this even on makeup days where I'm not, or days where I'm not wearing makeup. It's really good to just take away some of that oiliness, just to smooth over the pores a little bit, and I've been really enjoying this. So I've been using it a lot. It's one of those things that I don't forget to use. You can tell when you really enjoy a product because you remember to use it every single day. So I'll put the weight of this on the screen. So when I introduced this last month, it was 26.92 grams. And right now it's around 19.4 grams. So I have used quite a lot of this, which is good. So, you know, go me. Another product that I've made some decent progress on, and this is one that I struggled a little bit using it at the start, and then I found a way to use this really easily, and I've been really enjoying it. So it is my Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. I do explain how I use this on a daily basis in my 5 to 10 minute makeup routine video. But when I introduced this, it was up to around there, and now, look, it's hard to see, but it's gone down a little bit. So hopefully you can see it was around up there, and now it's settling quite a little bit lower. So I haven't used heaps, but if you know this product, it is very, very pigmented, and you don't use much at all. I think also because I don't use this product just on its own, I mix it with a BB cream. This is the La Roche-Posay Uvidia XL, and together, like I'm wearing it today, they work so well together. So this is not a typical foundation that you can go through pretty quickly. To me, I use it almost like custom cover drops, where I just add more sort of coverage with this. So it's a very, very pigmented sort of strange foundation. But if you want to see how I use it, it was or will be, I don't know my schedule, it will be in that video. The next product that I've made some decent progress on is the Benefit What's Up highlighter. I also demonstrate how I use that in that video. So if you want to know how I use these products, there is either a video up or it's coming. But this is a stick highlighter, and I'll have the comparison on the screen where it was up to when I introduced it. I did also introduce this almost completely full in my project pan last year, so I've used like quite a lot of it. But compared to last month, I've probably halved what it was, so I'm going pretty good with this. I probably should have mentioned this right at the start, but this contour and highlight powder from Wet n Wild, once again, I demonstrate how I use this in that video, but I've hit pan on it. What? So I've been using this for just less than a month when I'm filming this, compared to when I, filmed last one, and I've already hit a tiny bit of pan. I do use this consistently, and I'm making a good dent in the highlight side as well, because sometimes I'll use this to just sort of put under my eyes, but most of the time I will dab my brush into the contour, and then to lighten it a little bit, I'll dab it into the highlight. So I sort of mix the two, because for me, this is just straight out, just on this product, this color on its own is too dark for me. So I just mix the two, and clearly I have been using it. I'm wearing it today. It's actually quite a nice powder, very affordable, and both sides work really well, but I have hit pan on that. So you can see when I first introduced this, there was barely any of the light side used at all. And then on the dark side, there was sort of like brush or stipple marks. There wasn't actually a dent or too much of a dent. It was just very sort of lightly used. So there we go, I've been using that. Something I'm quite curious about, I don't feel like I've made heaps of progress on this, but it has become a real struggle to use. So this is my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light Neutral. I really like this concealer. I have been enjoying using it for quite some time, which is why I'm focusing on it, because it's been in my collection for far too long. But I actually had to take the stopper out of this because it got to a stage where with the stopper in, the wand wasn't picking up any product, and there was sort of a build up of product around the top and also around the bottom. So I've taken out the stopper, so you can see that it's a bit of a mess now, but at least I can access more product. So what I'm going to do, the original weight of this was 22.54 grams. I have kept the stopper in a tissue so I can weigh them together to see what it is at now. Okay, so the scales are very, very sensitive, and they're fluctuating a lot because I've put the air conditioner on. So it's around 21 point something grams. So I've used about a gram of product, which is good because I don't think there's too much left in it. In total, this is 10 mils of product, so using a gram is pretty good, and I'll continue to use this until it is done, and I'll continue to check in with the little stopper. All right, with my pencil products, I have seen some progress, not heaps of progress, but definitely some. So for example, the eyeliner that I use, and I mainly use this on my waterline, I either go for no liner like I'm wearing today, or I go for a gel liner or a liquid liner. So pencil liners I mainly use in my waterline, which is what I've done today. And this is sort of, look, where I've got to with this, you can see on the screen, hopefully you can see that there's writing that comes all the way up here now. So where it says eyeliner, long lasting, intense color, half of color is cut off, but in that photo you can see that, you know, that was very clear and there was some space. So I have used quite a lot of this. It is a very soft pencil, and because it has been quite hot, I do find that sometimes it smudges, and if you sharpen it, sometimes it breaks. So yeah, I have been using this consistently, but also I think I've been sharpening it a bit because it's been mushing in the heat. When it comes to my two Laura Mercier Caviar sticks, one I've made good progress on, one I haven't so much, so I'll twist them up for you. So here are the two. The one I've made some progress on is this one here. Looks like there's not much left, and it looks like in the photo that's on the screen there wasn't much left to begin with, but I do use this a bit these days. I have used it quite a few times all over the lid, so that's how I'll continue to use it. This is more of a summer shade for me, and this is more of a winter shade. So even though they're both in my project pan, I am focusing on this right now, and I feel like I've only used this maybe once in the last month, and this is something I'll wear more when it gets a bit cooler. So yeah, I've seen more progress on this one. With my brow pencil, I do demonstrate how I use this in that video that I talked about. I feel like I should put up that video first because it will make more sense. But I have used a bit of this pencil. You know, it's hard to tell until you compare the photos, but there is this much left, whereas on the screen you should be able to see that there was a bit more left. And I have been using this consistently pretty much every single day. I'm wearing it today, I wore it yesterday, I'll wear it tomorrow. So yeah, you have to use it quite a lot for it to wear down, which I was surprised about, but you know, it's good, value for money. Onto the products that I don't think I've seen much visible difference in, but hopefully I've seen some weight changes. So this is my Coty Airspun powder. Like I said, I do use this all the time. I've been using this in my project pan since last year, and there really isn't that much left. I've used quite a lot of it, but I did weigh this to make sure I can keep on top of the progress. So originally this weighed in at 71.66 grams. Let's weigh it now. It's about 68 point something. Like I said, air conditioner is messing with the point blah blah blahs. It's like 0.171432 no, it's confusing. About 68 grams. So I have used a few grams of this, which is great. All right, another pencil product that I have made progress on is my lipstick product. This is the Maybelline Color Drama. So you can see compared to the screen, I have used it a few times. I have sharpened it a few times. So I haven't used it heaps because I've been using that lip gloss stick thing, but I have used it. So there we go. More products that I need to weigh. So this is the Benefit 3D Browtones. I have been using this. I haven't actually used it today, so let's put some on quickly before we, what do you call it? Before we weigh it. Hang on, I don't even have a mirror. So I use this product. I don't use it every day. Half the time I forget, but because the brow pencil I've been using is quite dark, I often use this to sort of not only set my brows, but also lighten them slightly. So that's what I'm doing today. And let's weigh this baby. Yeah, so I've pretty much used maybe 0.3 of a gram of this. So I have used some, but look, it weighs 19 grams and most of it will be the packaging. So I reckon I've been using it, but not heavily. Another product I've been using but not heavily is the mascara. So this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Burgundy mascara. I really like this, but I mainly use it on very low makeup days because if I wore it with a look like today, my lashes wouldn't look bold enough, in my opinion, to sort of balance a look out. So I use this when I'm virtually wearing no eye makeup, which is rarely, or I like to use it on the lower lash line. It's quite nice. But when I introduced this, it was 17.42 grams, and now it is 16.9-ish grams. So I have used a bit, but not heaps. It takes a long time to use mascara, and it's not my main mascara. My main mascara is a black one, so you know, it's my secondary mascara. When it comes to my NARS products, I've got a blush in Luster, and I have used this every single day. I do think I'm starting to see a bit of a dent. I don't know if you can see it properly compared to the photo. There's no like huge visible dent, but I do wear it every single day. And that is what it looks like. Yeah, I've been using it. That's the good thing. Do I see visible signs? No, but there might be a dent forming that, you know, is really hard to capture, but maybe if I twist it enough, you'll see it. No, maybe not. But I have been using that consistently. One thing I haven't been using consistently is my Kalahari Duo eyeshadow. I've used this a couple of times, and I think this is going to take a very, very long time for me to actually use or hit pan on, mainly because like the eyeshadow I'm using today is from my 1 month 1 palette series. And because I'm always trying something new for like either a review or my 1 month 1 palette, I find it really hard to reach for this. So I have used it a couple of times. I took it away with me on holidays, but there's gonna be no visible difference because I've literally used it maybe 3 times. Similar to the blush, I have been using my MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skinfinish every single day. I'm wearing it today. I love the highlighter. I've been really, really, really enjoying it, but there is very little. There's like it's starting to flatten out. I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of a dent on the top of the dome, but it is, yeah, it's nowhere close to hitting pan. There's nowhere close to seeing crazy, crazy results with this, but I do consistently use it every single day. Okay, fragrance time, and I have been using this. Look, if I sit it up straight, it's just above the Daisy logo. So hopefully you can see on the screen that I have used some. I usually use perfumes pretty fast, but this month I didn't bring this away with me when I went on holidays, so there was a good week where I didn't use this. Also, I find that because it is quite a strong fragrance, and florals, if florals are too strong, they give me headaches. So I've been using this very, very sparingly. So yeah, I'm not anywhere close to finishing this up. Last time I used up a fragrance, I used it up really, really fast, but it was a fragrance I could use a lot of. This one, I can't. It's too strong. So yeah, I have made a slight change to this because I have been using it, but it's barely detectable. Same goes for my gel eyeliner. I use this occasionally, and I think I did weigh this. Did I weigh this? I think I did. So I'll see. I'll compare the weight. I did, hurrah. So this originally was 26.84 grams, and let's see what it weighs now. Yeah, it's like 26.5 something. So I've used like 0.3 of a gram of it. So I haven't used much, guys, but I have used a little bit. All right, now on to my hair care product, which is the Untangled Leave-In Conditioner from Kevin Murphy. I have not used much of this. So it was up to here and it's about up to there now. Now, the way I check this is I open it up and I hold it up to the light and I see where the mark is and I see where the product sits and I sort of run my finger down. And when you see that your finger has hit the product line, that's where I mark. So I haven't used much of this. To be honest, I think I've only used this once in the last month. Prior to introducing this in my project pan, I actually used it a lot. I was like, oh, this is gonna be my project pan product. I'm gonna use it as much as possible. And then as soon as it became my project pan product, I forgot about it. So this is one that I'm going to have to keep using. The way I use this, because I don't like it as a leave-in conditioner, I actually use it as like a hair treatment before I wash my hair. So if I know I'm gonna wash my hair tonight, I might put a bunch of this in my hair and just let it sort of sit in my hair for a bit. And I think if I do that more, this will be used up pretty quickly. It's just that I forgot to do it recently and I cut my hair, so I use a lot less of it, which is annoying, but I will endeavor to use this more. All right, the last products are products that I haven't used or barely haven't used. The lip liner, this is by Pixi. It's a lip contour liner and it's just a clear one. So it's Invisible Smudge Stopper. I've used this once. So I have actually I barely even worn down the tip. So I've used this once. I'm just not a lip liner person, and Like I said, if I do use a lip liner, it's to sort of correct the shape of the color that I already have on. So for example, with this lip, I would reach for a wine one and just sort of correct it if need be. Most of the time I don't even use them. So lip liners are really hard for me to pan, but I'm hoping I'll use this up by the end of the year. That's the plan. I'm not putting much pressure on myself with this because I don't really care about lip liners. I don't have many of them. I don't really care. One thing I did totally forget to use, and this is really shit of me, but I forgot to use my skincare item, which is the Micro Delivery Resurfacing Peel. So this is a 2-step product. So this is step 1, this is step 2. So you've got a scrub and you've got like a activator liquid. The activator liquid is up to there, and I have not used this. In fact, when I went to take photos of it for my check-ins, I forgot to take it out of my beauty room, my study, and I never actually put it in my bathroom. So this has to go back into my bathroom so I can start using it properly. But that's why it's sometimes good to do these check-ins, so you can actually round up the products and be like, oh shit, forgot about you. Okay, let's bring you to the forefront and actually start using you more. All right, the last sort of things I need to mention quickly before I wrap this up is I mentioned using a liquid lipstick one a month and sort of just focusing on it like a Shop My Stash. And last month I chose this one by Marc Jacobs. I'm going to be honest, this was in my handbag all month and I only used it I think once because I was so fixated on using the lip balm and the pencil, so like the matte Maybelline pencil. So I didn't actually use this much at all. So I'm not going to do that concept where I focus on a liquid lipstick or a bold color because it just clearly doesn't work. I'm not wearing it today. I'm not wearing it tomorrow. So it was, you know, I tried and I failed. So I'm not going to do that anymore. What I am going to add in though, because last time I talked about not putting in a nail product because I wear always different nail polishes. I wear gel nail polishes. They take ages to use up. But one thing that I have been using quite consistently is this nail treatment. So this is a CND Rescue RX Daily Keratin Treatment. Now I don't use it daily because I don't, but I definitely use it when I have no nail polish on and I use it under my nail polish. So this is something that I will focus on using up, and I'm going to have to weigh this to get a baseline reading of it because I can't tell how much I've used. It's a white bottle, so I'm going to weigh it. So at the start it weighs about 53 grams, but who knows what that means until we start checking in. So I have added in a nail product. All right, so that's my check-in for my team project pan. I think I've done all right this month. I've used up 2 products and sort of accidentally used up one because it melted, and I've added in a few more products as well. So it's, you know, we're making some progress. We're seeing some visible progress, which is great. And I have seen a lot of people that are also doing this project pan say that they're making some good progress and they're using up foundations that they've had in their collection for ages. And so it's really great to see that people are seeing progress, and it's really motivating to see progress myself. So hopefully there's a few more products used up by next check-in. Like I said before, there's a bit of a jumbled schedule this week. There should be either a get ready with me using these products coming up soon, or it's already up, and also my empties where I talk about some of the products in here will be coming up soon as well. So I just thought I would film this while I had the chance. Ideally, I would have loved to have done it next week because that's technically one full month, and I feel like if I did that, you'd maybe see a little bit more progress, but it is what it is. So I'll see you guys next month for the next month's check-in, but I'll also see you in between for other stuff. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.